impulsive bosses of the Romaro family and owner of the New Black Wall Street. One of my first summer jobs that I worked at the age of 14 was at the Cultural Gardens here in Cleveland, Ohio. So we did a lot of cleaning up and beautifying the park area plant life. In my early 20s, I worked for a landscaping company. That's when I learned about lawn maintenance, fertilizer, planting trees, and trimming bushes. So most of the time, I would sit back and admire the masterpieces that I had the opportunity to create on people's properties. Ever since then, I can find myself looking at trees and bushes and determining in my head which tree or bush is healthy or not. Which branch on the trees look like they'll fall soon because they look like they're lacking nutritional supplement. And hoping that no one is under it when it does fall. Most of the trees and bushes that I just described to you were trees and bushes that are located in most urban areas that you can see in everyday passing. Now, imagine the trees and bushes that are located in the heavily wooded areas that sit in or surrounding those urban areas. I enjoy walking through wooded areas, being surrounded by trees, listening to the birds chirp, seeing squirrels and chipmunks climb trees, looking at the birds of prey fly overhead, witnessing all the different insects, and anything else forest related. I enjoy it. But I also see a lot of younger trees that have either fallen or looking like they're old and withered, like they're not getting enough vital nutrition from the ground because of the competition for food from the other trees and vegetation. And if I can see that in passing, I know that everybody else who passes can too. And that's where the Romaro family comes in at. The Romaro family's plan here is to feed the forest. Our focus is to purchase some of the best and strongest fertilizer from a fertilizer company, and then nourish the ground in the wooded areas that are in or surrounding these urban areas. We're also going to repeat this process at public parks that are known for having dense tree and bush population, places where people enjoy family cookouts and trail walks. So if I'm precisionating my calculations correctly, there are a few good results that I can think of off the top of my head that will evolve from what it is that we're doing. I'm thinking that every branch on the tree and every bush on the ground will have sufficient nutrition because they aren't competing for the limited resources that the other trees and bushes have been absorbing from the ground for decades. I'm thinking that the air quality will be better because of the lushness of the trees and other foliage. Trees and other foliage have a very special relationship with mankind. They breathe out the good oxygen that we need to keep living, and we breathe out the carbon dioxide that they need to keep living. I'm thinking that the leaves and other foliage will have a healthier look and shine to them, including the bark on the trees. I'm thinking that the acorns on the acorn trees and other berry type trees might grow bigger and in more abundance for the deer, birds, squirrels, and chipmunks, which means that they'll be set for the winter. I'm thinking that we might not see too many more young, dead, flimsy trees in the wooded areas anymore. I'm also thinking that the lush trees and other foliage will attract more animal life in those areas. Now, the second part of number 2 is based off actual studies. So that part is 100% correct. And the rest of them is based off of my opinion of what I think might possibly happen because of my past gardens that I've established. Here's something else. I believe that the end result of this project will add more beauty to the neighborhoods because I believe the color of all the foliage will be more brilliant in color than it ever has. Chime in on this and tell me what y'all think.
Got a butterfly.